I'm Alex Howard. And this video is just a short introduction to an extended dialogue with Saniel Bonder called Let's Talk Sex. So, Saniel, in this series of discussions, it's about 3.5, 4 hours of conversation, we get pretty down and dirty talking sex.
We do.
Maybe say a few words about why you feel this conversation is important.
Thank you. Happily, Alex. Yeah, I feel like it gives us an opportunity to look at our sexuality, this, as we acknowledged from the outset, in many ways kind of maddening aspect of our human existence. And to see it both in a very large context as even central to our divine and evolutionary further emergence as individuals, as a species, and also, and as part of that, down in the trenches, what it actually takes to co-create an intimate partnership, what some of the problems and issues are, present time, current day, not speaking in the abstract, but things people are struggling with right now in our time. And it gives us an opportunity to see the potential for intimate partnership to really become truly a sacred temple of transformational growth that not only takes both partners into dimensions that they didn't know they could get to or can do that, but also then enables their greater destiny contribution to the world and to others. So it's got all those sides to it, and I'm very happy that we got to do this together.
And I should say that as founder of Waking Down in Mutuality, which is a particular spiritual path, this dialogue includes various elements, and I guess in some ways would serve as a bit of an introduction and taster of that. So for people within that tradition, it's a very helpful dialogue, but also for those which are not, it's a great way to get a flavor.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, one of the things that I loved about being able to have these conversations with you is that I feel I was able to bring out all of the primary elements of these teachings and what makes it so transmissive and so effective for so many people, but especially in the context of what we all deal with, sexuality, how we relate to it, and how we live it out, particularly in intimate relationships. So I do feel that people can listen who don't have any familiarity with our work and may not have any further, but hopefully they're going to be able to get something out of this that really speaks to them, to their relationship if they're in one, the possibility of that if they're not, and where they can take it and how they can hold it.
And we should say as well that we explore a pretty broad range of topics. We explore, in a way that hopefully holds for those which are in a heterosexual relationship or a gay or lesbian or whatever form of relationship. We explore areas like sex, intimacy, masturbation, emotionality, connectivity. I mean, it's a polyamory or open relationships. I mean, it pretty much is the whole gamut of stuff and things that can arise in a way which is no holds barred, I think is the way to put it. And I think it's worth maybe just saying something about why it's important, or why it was important to have these dialogues with that kind of voice.
Well, if you're going to call it "Let's Talk Sex," there is implicit in that whole phrase, we're going to get down. We're not going to hold ourselves in some lofty overview position. We're going to talk directly about the stuff that people really feel and struggle with. We're going to talk about issues, the things you mentioned. Another thing we talked about is pornography.
Right.
Multiple partnerships. What happens when people get into the really dangerous zones and how fucked up they can feel. All that, and not mincing words, so that we don't give people the impression that somehow the real talk about sex has got to sound spiritual. That's not going to work. And we wanted going into this to have the dialogue be real and genuine and not pre-censored in any kind of way, or after censored for that matter.
Indeed.
So, I feel like we were able to do that. And at the same time, it's not like we're trying to be super provocative or raunchy or anything like that, but we're just keeping it being real as best both you and I could. I felt we both attended to that and did a creditable job of it.
Saniel, well, I super enjoyed the dialogue. I really hope people are going to join us for it. Thank you for now, and we hope you enjoy this series of conversations and discussion.